Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today's video is going to be checking out all the ant colonies I've been catching over the last 3 anting trip videos since I haven't really had an update. Anyways, let's go. These are the Myrmica incompleta, the 3 queen colony that I'm going to be keeping. They are inside of a Formica. They are doing absolutely great so far. There's a queen. You can see that her legs are a little bit messed up, but it doesn't seem to impede her walking very much. She seems to be doing just fine. There's also an elate. I don't know why they have an elate, but they do. The colony has 3 queens. It has a decent brood pile for its size, but I would definitely hope for that brood pile to get bigger. The colony has been doing absolutely great. I really hope that they will become a staple onto the channel and won't just die like all the other incompleta colonies that I've got. These girls are hyper-polygynous, but this colony only had about 3 queens, which is better than the other colony that you'll see later on in the video that only has 1. The colony probably has around about 30 to 40 workers and a good 20 to 30 pieces of brood. Over time, of course, that's going to get better. You can see a little bit of brood in that bit there, but they also have eggs inside of the tubing for some reason. Don't know why they put it inside of the tubing and not by the, larvae, but, can't really argue with them, I guess. They know what's best. The colony has been doing pretty good. They had their first meal a few days ago and they ate it up. They actually swarmed it a little bit and they drank a lot of the honey that I gave them as well. There was a worker that was actually just carrying eggs, and there's another one. See, they just sort of have the eggs in the, tubing for some reason. I don't really understand why. Anyways, onwards to the next colony. Here are the Camponotus pennsylvanicus. These are the ants that I caught when I was down in the driftless region of Wisconsin with T-Bone and Midwest Antics. You can see that they are doing absolutely great. Their old larvae actually ended up becoming pupae, and they actually laid a new batch of eggs that became larvae now. I do not expect this colony to get very big this year. I expect maybe about 20 to 30 workers at most, but I can't wait to actually end up growing out this colony. This colony is going to be pretty cool once it gets around about 3 years old. But until then, they're just going to be the small little colony in the background that you probably won't hear about very much. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next colony now. Here's another colony from the driftless region. This is my Aphaenogaster rudis colony. They have eggs. They finally laid after so long. The colony finally got comfortable with the nest and is now laying. This colony is going to probably do very good. I do not exactly keep Aphaenogaster very much. I think I kept them once in 2019, but other than that, they've pretty much been vacant from the channel or even in my ant room for a very long time. They love crickets and they love seeds. I realize that this colony just goes absolutely crazy for them, so that's pretty much what I feed them every week or so, is just a mixture of those two. In fact, actually, here's a seed that they've been working on recently, and here's their garbage pile. They did lose 1 worker, but what can you do? But yeah, overall, this colony has been doing absolutely great, and I can't wait to actually get this colony to get to their max size, which isn't really that large, maybe a few hundred workers about. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of that entire bit, so here comes the next colony. These are my Forelius prunosus. These guys are absolutely beautiful ants, and they have finally laid eggs. When I collected them, they did have larvae, but for some reason they lost the larvae when they were getting transported over here alongside like over half of the workers. But I mean, hey, once again, what can you do? As you can see, the queen has laid a bunch of eggs, so the colony should do pretty fine, I feel. Apparently it gets really difficult when they do end up losing their brood, because it makes it so that, they don't get their first generation as early as they really hope or need to, because workers don't live very long in Forelius. But I have hopes, because they do in fact have brood. The queen is very, physogastric, so they should do good. Colonies of this species don't exactly get the biggest either. I think they only get to a few hundred workers because, well, over here in Wisconsin, they only are monogynous. They are not polygynous, so they don't get that big. Anyways, onwards to the next colony. Here is my Ponera, Pennsylvanica colony. I keep on adding whatever workers and queens that I find outside into here. You can see that there's 1 queen there, but I'm sure they have more. They're just probably spread out all across the area. I really don't know where the entire colony is. They're probably actually all under the substrate, which is interesting, that's for sure. This colony is a very good eater. They eat pretty much whatever I put inside of there. Even though they don't really have much larvae or anything, they seem to be trying to get as much protein as they can. My birds are going off. I am so sorry. Over time, over the year, actually, I'm just gonna, whenever I find workers, queens, whatever, I'm just gonna throw them in here and just eventually get a relatively large colony of them. I really don't know what they're trying to do to this queen here. It looks like they're trying to drag her down out of the light. It's very weird. Like, they're tugging on her legs, they're trying to get her, like, she's been calm this entire time, too. It's not like they're killing her. If they wanted to kill her, they could just kill her right then and there. It's very easy to kill these queens. Yeah, I don't know, because there's no worker aggression, either, so, I guess they'll do what they want to do, I guess. This next colony is a Myrmica incompleta colony. This is the one queen colony. I'm not going to be keeping this one, but it is in fact a colony that I collected in the recent video, episode 5 of Anting in Northern Wisconsin. There is the absolutely beautiful queen, and, you know, getting followed by a few of her workers. I don't exactly know who's going to get this colony. I think I'm still just going to give it to T-Bone or something like that. But it's going to be definitely an interesting thing to see. I may end up keeping them for a little bit longer, but, you know, who knows. You're probably not going to see this colony again on the channel other than on this video, but I felt like they deserved to have a little bit of an update since, you know, they were in fact a colony that I caught on one of the videos, so here they are. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next colony after a few more seconds of this beautiful queen just moving around. I'm sorry about my birds. I hope they aren't getting picked up, but I think they are. Anyways, here is the bright red queen. As you can see, I did end up actually brood boosting her a little bit, and she ends up getting quite a few workers, hopefully. This will hopefully boost her into, you know, laying more, which is always the hope whenever you end up brood boosting Camponotus. I also ended up brood boosting the other queens that I caught that day, but I'm more than likely I'm not going to be keeping those. So, you know, here she is. Beautiful, beautiful red on her. It's not getting really picked up in this at all, but it does pick up in a photo that I took, which I'll put up right about now. Look at it. It's beautiful. Anyways, you can see she's doing absolutely great. There's really not much else to talk about her because I really just got her like yesterday. Not yesterday, 2 days ago now. Yeah, so I guess I'll move on to the next colony. You can see actually she has quite a few workers and stuff. Alright, on to the next novaeboracensis queen. Here is the dark variant queen. Or morph, sorry. She almost looked purple in some of the photos that I took. I'll put those up as well. I don't know, it's just very weird. A lot of these queens just have weird quirks to them, and I'm kind of interested. I would keep her, but she's a dud. I did give her 2 pupae to try to make her no longer a dud, but that's not exactly, you know, I'm just hoping that she's not just gonna stay a dud forever. There is a very real chance that she does stay a dud forever, but if that happens, I mean, I guess, you know, can't really do much about that. Anyways, on to the next colony. Here is the ruby red queen. As you can see, she's doing absolutely great. She has quite a few brood. Obviously I brood boosted her. She came in with actually no brood at all. So I decided to give her a little bit of a brood boost. And overall I think she's going to be doing pretty good. I am going to probably get rid of her because she isn't exactly wanted in my colony. I already have one of the ruby red variants. And really the only 2 I care about is ruby red and the bright red. The others just look terrible. There's actually a variant that's brown, and that's probably the worst out of all of them. It's just really bad looking. Now here you can actually see a pretty... Honestly, I don't really think this colony is going to survive. This is some type of Formica colony that I ended up collecting in the second video, or the second Anting in Northern Wisconsin video that I uploaded recently. And she isn't exactly doing very good. She only has 2 workers. She had a whole lot more, but I really don't know where they went. In the video, I actually had a good 20 or 30 in her bag, but then I'm guessing they somehow escaped the bag, which is rather unfortunate. Here is the other Formica queen. This is a fusca group for sure, and she has quite a few. She has around about 30 or 40 workers. Probably not going to keep her either, but I might end up keeping her because I need a fusca group queen, or colony because I got rid of my old 5-queen one. They're in the vivarium now, and I don't know where they went. But yeah, other than that, they're doing rather well. I did end up giving them their first meal, but I did clean it out because, you know, I just decided to. I haven't given them honey yet, which I still have to do. But yeah, the colony's doing overall pretty good. This is pretty much going to be the end of the video, so I don't know what else to say. Except to like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, subscribe if you're new, check out the Instagram, check out the Discord server, and Keeping on Ethology. Check out whatever else. Contact me on Discord if you want. I don't know what else to say here, but except for goodbye, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.